both of them having like some rough splits last run. When we look at the head-to-head sheet, especially us with the 352 loss, almost lost like 2 minutes there, and Dacid with a pretty bad metro and Wooded, also with like probably close to a minute of time loss in both of these splits. But other than that, they played pretty solid, I would say, for most of the time. So yeah, let's see if they can match that again and maybe play without of these big mistakes this time.
Well, we are underway here in the Cat Kingdom.
Not too sure about Dacid, how much he's been playing recently. Us definitely did like a big IL grind, and came back to any percent recently, grinded for like a 59, I believe 59.11 SOB it is right now. Not sure what Dacid's SOB is, but I expect it to be pretty close to that. So yeah, everything is pointing towards a close race, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we definitely like to see close races here. We've had a couple within a second already in Division A, and we're not even out of the group stage yet.
Yeah, I think there were like 2 races that had to be retimed or something.
Yep.
So that's pretty crazy.
So first major trick of the run coming up here with left side. And it looks like AzHarcos has got it. Dacid just gets it as well. Good to see both runners staying even. AzHarcos, a bit of a bobble there on the first topper phase. And we're going to see Dacid with a bit of a lead here.
Yeah, nothing big.
Why am I so cool and gamer? You know, just comes with practice.
All right, 59.04 is what Matsu says. Is Dacid's SOB? So yeah, the SOBs are only 7 seconds apart here, so that's cool. I don't know if Dacid usually does DSS. I think AzHarcos started doing it in PB attempts, but I don't
Dacid was 1 for 2 in the last race, so
oh, okay.
Perhaps we'll see another attempt here.
So yeah,
AZ
that
did not go for it in the last race.
Yeah, that's what I expected. That's definitely more of a runner who goes for consistent stuff in races, I would say. That could be actually a big one. If he gets DSS, he can take like a 10-second lead here, or maybe 15-second lead. But if he misses it a couple of times, okay, he doesn't go for it.
Oh, interesting.
So, never mind.
Now, Dacid, I think I read that he was playing the number 2 seed. I'll have to go back and double check. So maybe he just tried to pull a trick out of the bag. Yeah, he was playing Jambo, who's the number 2 seed in this tournament. Yeah. So that leads me to believe that he was just trying something major to catch up on time and doesn't feel like he needs to do it against AzHarcos.
Yeah, probably. Probably try to go for some advanced stuff and might go for more solid threats in this race, as they are both like really close, and probably depends a lot on consistency here.
Side note, we have 2 European players here, AzHarcos from Germany, which might explain the German in the chat. Oh, look at this! Dacid had some trouble with that third hit, and they are basically synced.
Yeah.
Wow. Dacid appears to be from Austria, if I have my flags correct.
That's true.
So we are very synced up. Get your GSA syncs out in chat.
Yeah, always cool to have like those synced up cutscenes. So cool to see, especially in later kingdoms. Alright, let's see if we will have some chest slip attempts here.
Neither runner went for it in the last race, and neither runner will go for it today. We continue to be very even. Oh, not anymore.
That's okay.
I saw that coming for at least one player, but it ends up being AzHarcos being the only one who gets the snipe.
Yeah, that change jump can be annoying. Usually it's not that big of an issue, but sometimes it's your spin bound angle is weird and you somehow hit it. Nothing big though, both of them easily on time to make DSTA in sand. So it's all good. And yeah, we'll see some cool stuff probably in sand. There's some cool strats there, such as single bill, which us actually didn't attempt last race. I think he usually goes for it, so I'm kind of surprised. Let's see.
There's the stats sheets for you, Ron. No problem. Both these runners have DSTA easily.
Yeah.
Let's look for a good bird here. Dacid gets it. And AzHarcos as well. Both runners very solid here in the early goings in sand.
Yeah, DSTA is like another reason to not go for DSS, because if you miss DSS like 2 or 3 times, you might miss DSTA. So definitely the more... Oh,
Dacid.
a little bit of a bonk and us pulling ahead. Or maybe? Yeah.
Some sloppy movement. That's going to cost him a couple seconds. Both runners playing on traditional Chinese. Both runners with 48 coins as well. Interesting.
How can you tell down traditional Chinese?
Simplified Chinese that says "you got a moon," but in traditional Chinese it gives the Chinese text instead. Somebody told me that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty obvious thinking about it.
I mean, you wouldn't know unless you look for it.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm definitely used to seeing the "you got a moon" text there, so.
I mean, I'm used to seeing English because I speak English.
True. Let's see, Dram looks good for both runners. And yeah, us not going for single bill. Dacid attempting it, and it might be enough to take the lead again. Let's see. It could be an interesting comparison right now. Yeah, single bill saves like 2 seconds.
So they both capture their bills. Can Dacid get there? He will.
Really,
Good
really
stuff
cool
by
to
Dacid.
see. Yeah, really cool to see like such a comparison there for a trick like single bill. Before Dram, like 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds or something behind, and now like barely ahead. Really shows that time save.
Already 3 lead changes in this match. To answer Ron's question, I think simplified loses like a couple frames or something. I know Chinese overall saves a couple seconds over English, but I don't know exactly how many.
Yeah, I think Chinese is like 15 faster than English.
Okay.
That. Yeah. Maybe not even. I think Japanese saved like 11 or 13 or something initially, and then we found out that Chinese was like 2 seconds faster. Yeah. Alright, next trick coming up, single spin throw notes. Not a big one. If you miss it, you will lose like 1 or 2 seconds. But still a cool trick.
It's very visually pleasing anyway.
Yeah, both are missing it, unfortunately. Still really, really close. Out of sand now.
Simplified says you got a moon. Both of these runners are on traditional because you can see that it gives the Chinese text instead of you got a moon. And did we just have some stream lag, or did AzHarcos get to the Odyssey faster? I didn't see how he would have taken the lead here.
Yeah, that's really weird. No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, that was like some lag, I think. I don't know. Looked like he was ahead for a second. I don't know. All right, Lake coming up. Dacid with the third try Lake clip last race, and AzHarcos with the fifth try. That's like the one big trick in Lake, to be honest. Normally Lake.
And important too, because you can definitely lose quite a bit of time, and it would not shock me at all if that late clip, those late clip issues are what started both of these players' downfalls in their last race. Both of them obviously coming in 0-1. Dacid had to play the number 2 seed Jambo, so technically, an expected loss, I guess. As AzHarcos having some problems getting up to that platform, finally does. But AzHarcos got upset by Bugfish. So this is a critical race for him because he's still got Jambo left on the schedule.
And Dacid.
That sentence kind of went off the rails. Okay. Dacid, some issues. Let's see if he gets it.
Had like some really interesting camera movement there. Normally you don't center the camera. I don't even know what he did there, but the camera was in a weird angle for some reason.
Well, both runners getting late clip. You love to see that.
Us saving a little bit of time there. It's really cool. Keeping the race close.
Alright, Dacid is in fact lagging because I'm seeing from the splits that Dacid is 2 seconds ahead. However, AzHarcos, on account of not going for DSS, is actually ahead of his PB. Dacid, I would assume, got it in his PB, hence why his PB was 12 seconds faster through Cascade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're all very solid gameplay so far.
Yeah, we love to see it. Next kingdom will be the first really big one, hard one. Wooded is, for some runners, the hardest kingdom in the run. Has like a couple of really precise strats and some hard movement, so yeah.
Dacid looking to exact some revenge because that is where he lost a ton of time in his most recent race against Jambo. At 6:10. AzHarcos had a 5:21 in that kingdom.
Yeah, and AzHarcos saying he hasn't done DSS in runs yet. I think it's in his SOB, though, so I don't know. He might plan on doing it soon.
So Dacid was able to save some time on a little bit cleaner movement in that kingdom.
So funny. I don't know if that's a reference by Comfy there, but that's exactly the text, the description I have for my last PB on speedrun.com, because I missed nut clip. Exactly that.
Well, both of these runners are obviously going to be going for it, and it will be crucial that they get it.
Yeah, definitely. Both of them.
Especially in this close of a race. Dacid entered this kingdom with a 6-second lead, but AzHarcos still just barely on PB pace. And in fact, I just checked, and both of them were able to get nut clip and out of bounds in their last race. Looks like we're having a bit of lag, but we are back.
Both going for tree route. Obviously.
Yeah, pretty standard. All right, Das is going to be the first attempt nut clip. Does he get it? It looked good.
Looking really good.
All right, he's good.
Looking good for us as well, I think. Oh!
Oh no! Oh no! And
That's a bit.
Harcos immediately going for backup movement.
And that loses around 20 seconds there.
That is disaster. This has been such a close race. Harcos on PB pace, now unable to get up that wall.
Yeah, really
Obviously, the
unfortunate.
PB pace going to be lost because of the nut clip. You do not like to see missed nut clip in Division A. It's going to give Dacid a huge advantage. He is having a very good Wooded Kingdom. So I believe that the backup is to get this Piranha Moon, correct?
Exactly, yeah.
That is in fact what Harcos is going for. He's going to grab it on the way back.
Oh,
And obviously that loses the time because then you have to go through the cutscene of unlocking Flower Road. Dacid skips it.
yeah, there's a little bit with some struggle for Flower skip there, but with a quick backup, only losing a couple of seconds. But yeah, even though us lost like 20 seconds there, he's like, I would say he's like one of the most consistent players I know, so that's always good for races, and he knows his backups, he knows how to do this flower skip, which I'm actually surprised, because he usually, like, he always went for a different one there, before his IL grind, I think, so surprised to see the roll cancel one there. Like, this is only a backup route, so it's kind of surprises me that he learned like a new strat for a backup route.
Well, it seems to be working. He's doing well.
Yeah.
Dacid, obviously with the advantage, he's going to grab this nut and then head off to the underground passage. Solid movement by Dacid. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just the first one. This is the critical one. And he does it excellently. Harcos just now heading into the passageway. And Dacid is going to be taking a sizable lead into Cloud.
Yeah, around 30 seconds, I would say. Maybe not quite.
Yeah, obviously a very long way to go. Both of these runners still have lost. We can lose quite a bit of time at Bowser. So, I mean, stick around. This race is definitely not over yet, but if you have your money on Dacid, your money is looking pretty good. Harcos says he learned the FRS for world peace. Well, came in handy in any percent today. Dacid actually, despite being behind PB, still has a sub-hour best possible time. So that's cool.
Oh, a little bit of a cloud boost even. That's cool.
Yeah. Missed it in his last race. Gonna get some Bowser manips here, hopefully.
Not attempting the hint out. Cloud fight always a little bit of a break before the next hard split. Lost is only like 2 minutes, but definitely one of the harder splits of the run.
Absolutely, especially if you die or you get kleptoed. I mean, a lot can go wrong up here.
Yeah, and so packed with movement, and there's like so much stuff going on in such a short time. Lost has always been like one of the coolest splits in the run.
Taking a quick look, AzHarcos went 352 and lost, which just about makes the time difference that he lost to Bugfish.
Yeah, he lost like 1 minute 45 seconds in last race. That was pretty big.
We do not have AzHarcos' best possible time on hand, unfortunately. I legit think Dacid just golden Cloud, because his best possible time didn't change. Oh, wow! Dacid taking a very weird death there. I didn't see what happened. He got Butterfly, and then just fell off.
He got the first Propeller Moon too, I think, and then died on the way to the second one. It's actually one of the best spots to die, if there's like a good spot to die, because you can take like a pretty straight line to this moon. But still, that's pretty big, and us is already like only like 10 seconds behind now.
Yeah, so that makes it quite a bit of time. Gonna activate Klepto here.
Let's probably see some reverse torpedo attempts too. Dacid attempting it first. Going for the capture, not capture, but... No, he's actually not going for it. Oh, and he's missing the block break there. I will lose some additional time. Few seconds. And us going for reverse torpedo, and this is looking good.
He got it! Missed it last week, gets it this week. And things are starting to look up for AzHarcos.
Yeah, both with the cage triple now. And both are getting it.
Not a surprise, although AzHarcos missed it last week.
Oh!
Dacid looked like he had a good bridge skip, but bonks.
Now it might be really close, because that loses like 3 to 4 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
oh my gosh! Would you look at that? We are dead even. Everybody get your GSA syncs out in chat. This is incredible.
And that was a really solid loss from AzHarcos.
Definitely redemption for the last race.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it looks like we've lost AzHarcos' split, so we can't see exactly how far they are apart. But just looking at the screen, they are basically frame for frame.
Yeah. Seems like Dacid with a little bit of better meshing there.
Both these runners are going to go for bullet building route. Just checking by their notes from last week. Oh, a bobble by Dacid, and that is going to give AzHarcos the lead. Alright, something is... No, I take that back. We're good on it. Splits are correct, yes. So actually, Dacid's stream, I guess, must be behind, because according to their splits, Dacid has a 3.7 second lead.
Interesting, yeah.
Goomba Heck from Dacid.
Synced up. Taking the lead again with that.
Everybody say thank you to Matt C for manually updating our stats sheet for us in this race.
Yeah, big shoutouts for the stats guy in the world, to be honest.
No, we're synced up again. It's turning out to be a great race.
I'm gonna love this fight now. Let's see if we will get like the same pattern in the second phase. That would be so cool.
Well, AzHarcos already missed a shot, so no 3-shot there.
second phase can be really big, depending on the pattern. Let's see who's the lucky guy here.
Well, here we go, second phase.
Right. Not the same pattern.
It's like Harcos
With
might have
a
a little
really
bit better
good
of a pattern. He's
pattern.
getting great
A
shots.
really good pattern.
Textbook.
Wow.
Dacid in a little bit of trouble. But he's got it. Okay.
Yeah, and that's exactly like the 4 or 5 seconds. Just because of a worse pattern. And maybe not a great execution there, but the Ask would probably like the best pattern you can get. Just the regular moving down, that's what you want to see. Pretty much in a straight line. You can easily keep aiming for the same spot and just keep shooting, and yeah. Yeah, that was a 207 lost, which is actually pretty good.
Looking for a good drain here for Harcos. And officially, Harcos has taken his first lead of the match 1.5 seconds ahead. So that definitely leads me to believe that Dacid's stream is behind. Drive-by by Harcos. Drive-by by Dacid. Good stuff.
Both bonking a little bit on the cage, which isn't optimal, but both getting the clip, which is the important part. Oh, and I was missing the bench, and now Dacid ahead again. At least on the
I gotta level with you. I have not seen that much of an issue with bench before. That was an interesting way to lose time.
And yeah, Dacid apparently having some issues with his stream, so it's hard to sync up.
Fine, Saren's doing their best. Everybody say thank you to Saren.
Yeah.
And don't forget, everybody, we still have one more race after this. Worsty taking a upset loss earlier in the day. He will get another chance. He'll get a chance at revenge against Light Ron coming up next. So make sure you stick around here on the GSA channel.
Yeah, it probably was a try to sync it up again by Saren. Get a little freeze on AzHarcos screen.
Looks like successful bullet buildings from both players. Okay, we're gonna head back up to the building as we get this dumpster moon. Very tricky, but both of these runners are professionals. They got it excellently.
Just bonking on the tower climb. So with a really good backup, that can actually be really painful to bonk there, because backing that up can be really hard because of the weird collision or weird hitboxes of that tower.
Entart by Dacid. Entart by Harcos.
No reverse people room here by either of these runners. Oh! I've never seen that!
What are
Wow.
you doing? That is the wrong way, Dacid. Oh no!
I can't believe that.
What a way to lose time! Man, we're talking about AzHarcos losing time in a weird way in this stage. Dacid might have taken the
He
cake
can't believe
there.
it either. Like, he definitely went too far left there, but
I've never seen that either. Wow,
yeah,
that
the
that's a
worst
new one.
part about that, like going into there isn't even that bad, but you have to redo the room then. We have to reactivate the lever, and that's like on the completely other side of the sub area. So you have to go all the way back, and that loses so much time actually. Oh wow.
Yeah, Dacid is a minute and a half behind PB now. Yes, they are going to both go for Snowdram. Pretty much everybody in both divisions A and B is going to go for Snowdram.
Yeah, and both 1 out of 1 in their first race. Yeah, that was a rough metro. That's it. Especially with that ending.
The lead flip-flopping in Day Metro. Yeah, the lead extending to 13 seconds. Harcos in the lead.
Okay, it's actually not that big. It looks like it was more, but it's probably, once again, not quite synced up, so...
Yeah.
It's actually still kind of close, so it's all good.
Neither of these runners have had anything too catastrophic, I guess. Dacid died and lost, had that weird people's room. I'm trying to think of what Harcos is messed up on. I guess he missed Nut Clip.
Yeah, exactly.
Just going to show you the power of missing Nut Clip. Because that is pretty much the only big mistake he's made. And Dacid's had 2 big ones. Harcos only leading by 13 seconds. And Harcos with a successful snow clip. I was wondering why Dacid didn't get it, but he hasn't gone for it yet because he's not there yet.
Yeah.
Good vault by Harcos.
That's looking good.
I don't know. He's shaking his head. Ah, it was close. He just didn't get it.
There was a weird angle to backflip, but the shadow looked okay.
Good spiny minute by Harcos. Nice vault by Dacid. What little we saw of it anyway. Again, nobody's fault, just internet being, the internet. Oh, almost getting spiny minute. He's laughing, he knew it was close. Make sure we have a good Goomba room here.
Not really going for the vectors with the Goombas. Which can save up to a second. See if Dacid goes for them. With the insta capture. But no with vectors either.
Dacid, be careful, you don't want that Goomba walking off the edge. Both these runners are going to head back to the main area, buy a moon, and then we're off to Snowdrain. Yeah, no ICC. Not race kosher.
Yeah, not even like a PB attempt thing actually. Don't think anyone goes for that in PB attempts.
So in that last, hold on, we're gonna watch Snowdram and then I will explain it to Masteron64. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the Global Speedrun Association channel. Successful Snowdram from AzHarcos. He's now 2 for 2 in this tournament. And he is out of here. Very solid Snow Kingdom. He did everything he needed to do.
Dacid also with the successful Snowdram.
Very good.
Keeping it kind of close. Probably not quite sure. On the stream it's 20 seconds apart, but might be less. See if we'll have some data splits. Yeah, 12 seconds apart. According to splits.
So actually, Dacid picked up about half a second there, which is interesting. Because Dacid missed both Snow Clip and Spiny Minute, but somehow finding himself on top. To explain ICC, it stands for Ice Corner Clip. So you know that moon towards the end of Snow that we just saw where you have 4 Goombas in a stack, you have to stand on the button, and then the flap comes down, you can enter that room. You can do that room in reverse, get the moon at the end of that room first, and then clip through the corner of that wall to get into that little area, skipping the whole Goomba section. That does have the added caveat that you have to... AzHarcos with a bomb. That does have the added caveat that you have to collect the shop moon earlier. So you get the shop moon before the end. So that way, when you're in that little area, you can just warp back to the Odyssey for Snowdram.
Exactly. And that saves like 5 seconds. And talking about clips, there's like another clip that saves around 5 seconds coming up right now for AzHarcos. Let's see if we will go for it. It's really, really new. Found like 1 or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we saw a successful Palace clip in one of the Division B races earlier, actually.
He didn't... Oh, he got it.
Oh, well, he gets it. He just didn't get the moon.
What?
Did he clip back in bounds?
Yes,
did. That is unfortunate. A successful Palace clip ruined by failing to collect the moon.
I'm definitely not rooting for Palace clip. Let's see Dacid here.
Oh, he gets it and also fails to get the moon.
Definitely more of the Fish and Dips name. There are like probably 10 different names for that trick, and yeah.
Troy and I have a whole thing. I have to stick to it now.
So yeah, Dacid probably closer than it seems right now. AzHarcos had some struggle on the Gushin Moon. But yeah, you can probably... I don't know, it's probably like 8 seconds out of sync or something around that. At least it was like that out of snow. So AzHarcos definitely still in the lead, but maybe not as much. Probably less than 10 seconds now.
Dacid missing that moon on Fish Clip. Thankfully didn't clip back in bounds. That would have been devastating. He would have had to figure out a backup. Shaking his head, and a little bit of a issue there for Dacid at the end. AzHarcos retains his lead that he has had since Metro.
Hishtram. Nah, I don't like that. Hishtram.
See, I thought a dram had to be like where you throw your cap and you hold your cap somewhere, like in Bowser and Sand.
There was like a meme like 3 years ago calling every chick dram, but yeah. That's kind of... I don't know.
Yeah, except Snowdram. I don't know why it's called Snowdram. AzHarcos missing the salt triple, but a very good backup. See, my logic is that area is called the Glass Palace. So it's in the palace, it's a clip, it's called Palace Clip. Successful
no offense, but that's so uncreative.
it doesn't matter if it's uncreative. Like, do you want me to come up with a stupider name for it? Like,
come on, we find like a clip or find like a new trick like once a year nowadays. Come on, there has to be like a cool name for that, right?
oh, fish dip, ain't it? Uh-oh, Dacid with a burn. Good save. They're both going for Spewart, which is interesting. I thought at least one of them. Yeah, Sarbomba is a very good name. Very smart by Dacid to get that heart after he took the damage. That saves the damage refill. It's one thing if the trick is found by Dram. If Dram finds the trick, yes, absolutely. So if anything, you should name it after the person who found it.
Well, then we would have like 5 tricks called Relaxmas by now, so... that wouldn't work.
Graham only found the one in the sand. Okay, yeah, then I don't know. Oh, another burn by Dacid. What's happening? Except Relaxmas doesn't want it named after him. Okay, so...
So let's call it Relaxmas. Alright, no one stopped us to name the trick Dram after Dram said he didn't want to name it after him, so... Let's do it again now.
I will work on some creative names if you think that Palace Clip is too uncreative.
Alright, we will commentate again in like a few days probably, and then
I'll
we'll see
workshop
if you did your homework. Yeah.
I'll workshop some names. Yeah. Tartar sauce.
Both with decent launching so far. Now in the same sub area actually, so still probably around 20 seconds only apart. That's one mistake and the lead could change again. So still anyone's race. Oh, what is that? What a
that was interesting. I don't think that saved any time.
I think it was a backup. I didn't really see what happened, but I just saw him like roll cancel.
I think he like dive vaulted instead of shooting off of the fork.
Yeah, I think he
weird.
Went up. When he captured the fork, he didn't go to the right, but just went up and then he had like
yes,
a pretty good backup there.
That is correct.
Alright, let's see some RNG cheese now. Dacid. Plays it pretty well there. Going close to the cheese blocks is the way to do it, to not miss them. Setting up for the cap return here? No. Okay, I don't know. Definitely didn't get the strat he wanted there. Yeah, that was a backup, I think, by Dacid. That wasn't intended. Us is able to keep his lead here.
Both of these runners all done with luncheon. Getting back to the Odyssey. Tom, GSA formerly had control of Speedrun.com. GSA is no longer affiliated with Speedrun.com. So this stream and Speedrun.com are two separate things. Just to clarify. And in fact, we see that Harcos has a 12.3 second lead, meaning that we have changed by less than a second. Never had control. Okay. Was affiliated with. I apologize. As we are on to the Ruined Kingdom, which is a good time to tell you about the Urban Arts Partnership. Lupus, do you want to do it, or I'll do it?
Go ahead.
Alright. So the Urban Arts Partnership is a great program that helps underprivileged youth get into college and learn valuable STEAM skills through game design. They help out underprivileged kids, half men, half women, which you don't really see a whole lot in video gaming, so that's very exciting. And they have a 100% placement rate, which is basically unheard of in any kind of nonprofit like that. Urban Arts Partnership also provides us with the GSA prize pool. So thank you very much to the Urban Arts Partnership for your support, and we encourage you, if you can, to give to the Urban Arts Partnership. And of course, follow these runners on their Twitch accounts. They run Super Mario Odyssey a lot, so if you like watching Super Mario Odyssey, which you clearly do because you're here, then maybe you want to go check out their streams as they grind for maybe a sub-hour soon. Who knows? And of course, Lupus and I would appreciate if you would follow us as well. It is free to do so. Harco's down to 1 health, but I guess that was the 3rd phase.
Oh,
for some reason I was saying that was the 2nd phase.
Yeah, just wanted to say also shoutouts to Matze and Saren again.
Yes.
For being like amazing and making all of this possible, like stats and restreaming.
Saren got a really good 16 star. Well, see, the thing is, Tom, Ruined Kingdom is so inconsequential and like impossible to lose time that we always shout out our sponsor and the runners during Ruined, because like, what are we supposed to talk about during Ruined? It's a GSA tradition.
Obviously, but I wouldn't say we shout out because we have to shout out. It's just like people deserve to be shouted out.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But doing the stuff they do, like you're watching this stream, and I think you should be happy about everyone participating in this and about sponsorship and everything, because it wouldn't be possible without these people and UAP.
Also, like, if you watch TV for an hour, you're gonna see like 22 minutes of advertisements, and that was... We do actually have to shout out UAP, as Troy pointed out, but we definitely take care of UAP, and they take care of us. You can run some Twitch. Yeah, it could be a lot worse, let's put it that way. Harcos getting an early start here on, what is...
He's doing Bertram.
What strategy is this?
Man, you've never seen that? Bertram
No.
It's not that uncommon. I think it's not too common in Division A probably, but I think it's probably some people do it in Division B at least.
Nobody I've seen does it in Division B. Everybody usually does the roof moon and the box.
Actually, I'm also a Bertram guy. I prefer Bertram over the Great Moon. I think it's easier, it's more consistent, and yeah, it's a little bit slower. It's like a second slower, but it's a cooler trick too. For me, at least. Also, nowadays, it might be a little slower, actually, if you go for pipeless after crates. But that's a really, really advanced and hard strat, which you don't see too often. So yeah, normally it only loses like a second, and I would say it's the cooler strat for sure.
Thank you very much for your insight, Lupus. As we are on to shards, obviously they look synced up, but Dacid still has to go for the crate moon, whereas Harcos, presumably, since that moon is less risky, opting to go with
The sync?
I don't know. No, not the sync, unfortunately.
We'll see, the moon cutscene will be synced. I'm gonna call it. Oh my.
Well, we're definitely not going to sync.
Come on, us! This might be really close now, I can't tell, because Dacid stream might still be a little bit behind. Wait, behind? Ahead?
Behind.
I mean...
So that means that Dacid would be ahead. But, of course, Dacid still has another moon to collect.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think, well, despite those two horrible bonks, I don't think Harcos has lost 12 seconds.
Let's see who is some Star Bomber. Wait, that's it. AzHarcos, will we going for chopper first? Oh.
That was a miss by Dacid. Okay, so we're gonna have a split in who's going for who first. I don't know if Dacid was trying Sarbomba there, but he had a missed bomb. And now just gonna do it the regular way.
Not the optimum way with Dacid there. Doing some weird stuff in the third phase, which actually causes Harrier to do additional steps.
Or if I have commentated a Birdgram, I certainly don't remember it. It doesn't really change anything, but there are definitely some people in chat with strong opinions, so we go along with it. Dacid taking, having a rough topper fight here. He's down to 1 health. What is happening, Dacid?
Oh, that's also having struggled.
And he loses topper.
God.
Oh boy.
What is happening?
I do not know, but it is not good.
Okay, us definitely in the lead now.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was some interesting stuff. Let's see if Dacid will go for the checkpoint here to avoid the refill. No.
No?
Yeah, and it's barely saves time because you have to go the other way first.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with this assessment. Bear in mind, even though it looks even, Dacid still has to get this crate moon coming up, whereas Harcos can skip right by it. There's the refill. See, it doesn't lose that much time. Maybe a second. Just more so the fact that, like, what happened?
Yeah, us is ahead by around 12 still probably. 5 out of 20s plus a little bit of time because of this moon cutscene by Dacid. But he definitely needs the clean mech now.
Yeah, both of these runners going to be looking for clean mechs, because if one of them falls off, that could very well settle this race. They've had a lot of back and forth.
Once again,
even within kingdoms.
Once again, this is like an important race for both of them, as they both lost their first race. They basically have to win this one to still have chances to make it to the next round. Oh, okay, that's okay. Missing the spin bound there. A little bit quick back up. Oh, and Dacid failing the climb here.
Uh-oh.
Really,
This is trouble. This is trouble.
it's actually really hard to back up sometimes.
Oh my gosh, what is happening to Dacid? Falling apart on mech. And he is not capturing the Pokyo. Okay, finally up.
Okay.
That was not good. AzHarcos, though, doing very good. While that was happening, managing to get topper and target acquired without us even paying attention.
Yeah, now he has a pretty sizable lead and probably around 40 seconds. So there, that was pretty big. Still not entirely over. There's still stuff in Moon that can go wrong.
Oh,
But it's looking pretty good
like
now.
one of these two could die in the escape sequence, and that would, you know, make the whole rest of the race irrelevant. But AzHarcos going to definitely widely extend his lead here. Both of these runners looking at around 102, 103 maybe. Which is a bit worrying given that both of the other runners in this division in their last race had 101s. So AzHarcos still has to face the number 2 overall seed Jambo. Dacid still has to face Bugfish, who granted is the 31 seed, but beat AzHarcos in the last race.
Actually gonna be pretty exciting because it's likely that Jambo beats AzHarcos as like looking at PBs. And then if Dacid beats Bugfish, they all have like 1 win and Jambo has 3. And I don't know, what do we do then? Is the like best
Well,
run?
I found out earlier. We have a 3-way tiebreaker race.
Oh, I would love to see that. That would be cool. I want to see
And
that.
that would be 3-way
want to
for
see
1
that.
spot as well. If there's a 3-way tie for the lead, then there would be a 3-way race for 2 spots.
True. Yeah.
To answer Joshua's question, Tyrone is going to be part of our SMO league. So part of this division, or this, let me try this again. Part of the Any Percent Open is to find additional spots for our 12-person league coming up, presumably beginning of next year. Just based on how long this tournament should take to complete. The top 7 in this tournament will join the 5 runners who have received buys into the league. Tyrone is one of them. Mitch not going to be joining us though. Pretty sure it's 11. What? Why would it be 11? There's 5.
Nah, it was 12 last year for sure.
I think Saren's trolling. But yeah, we're gonna have a round robin with the 12 top SMO runners. 5 auto qualifiers, 7 from this tournament. And they're gonna play round robin, and the top 8 are gonna go to a knockout round. So definitely do join us, because that's gonna be 14 straight weeks of epic Mario Odyssey action that you are not gonna want to miss.
Yeah, to answer the other question in chat, is Bowser easy as a speedrunner? It's not the hardest kingdom for sure, but it's like towards the end of the run, and nerfs are like pretty big in that kingdom. So
Yeah, it's also one thing if you make a minute or 2 mistake early, because then you just reset. Obviously not in a race, but you know, if you're doing just PB runs in your channel, you know, if I die on DSS, it's going to be an instant reset. If I die on mech, probably not a reset. I'm probably going to sit with the run, because, you know, the run's 5 minutes from being over.
Yeah.
And it's just upsetting, because you could easily be on PB pace that deep. I don't know how much Mitch plays, to be honest. I don't recall seeing him on Marie.
Yeah, I think he's been pretty inactive lately.
That certainly would explain it. I know I've seen Tyrone play quite a bit. He's still grinding out Evidently, Mitch is playing OSU, which is interesting.
Who is Mitch? Mitch is like a legend.
Currently the number 2 ranked SMO runner, but he's taking a bit of a break. That's okay. Very important that you take breaks and don't get burned out from stuff. That's just good life advice in general.
Definitely. Yeah, Mitch was the first person to get 57, for example. And yeah, he's won other tour records. He's been like top runner for a really long time.
See, Sarah and I'm a Midwest kid, so I view that as Ohio State University. What the hell is happening to Dacid?
Yeah, I think at this point he's kind of given up.
That was weird. Anyway, AzHarcos is moving right along through the escape sequence. He got a 2D skip. Troy is going to be in the league as a commentator, as will I. Assuming I don't get fired.
Only pillars left now for AzHarcos to take the win. And then Ask probably has to actually hope for Dacid to win the next race. Unless he wins against Jambo, which will be really, really hard. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, Dacid looking like, well, let's not count our chickens before they hatch, Lupus. I've seen late pillars deaths before.
Yeah, it's possible. There's also invisible wall which can happen. Even though both of these runners definitely know how to avoid it. Yeah, not happening here. He has to break the moon cube now.
And that is going to be a wrap. AzHarcos taking the win. He also gets a 101, which is very important because, as we mentioned, both of the other runners getting 101s already in this division. So all of a sudden, this division has just gotten very interesting as Dacid, one of the top 2 seeds, is going to move to 0-2, being the only runner yet with a 101 in this division.
And Dacid versus Bugfish will be a really big one. I'm not sure if it's seeded, not seeded, if it's like scheduled yet. Probably not.
I would assume not.
But yeah, that will be important for both.
I know we only have one match tomorrow, and then we have some on Monday, but I don't believe any of these runners are going to be racing again until next week.
Yeah, GG's to both runners, definitely. And we'll see if we'll have some interviews. So Dacid's still finishing with a 1 or 2, which is not bad at all. Just like a pretty rough late game, pretty rough Bowser's Moon.
Joshua, there is another race after this. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you will see that Wishty is taking on Light Ron. Wishty actually took a pretty surprising loss earlier in the day, so we'll see if he is able to rebound, or maybe that's a pre-record, I actually don't know.
No interview from AzHarcos. Let's see if Dacid will join us.
Yeah, Tom, there's your answer. There's Bugfish hopping in the chat saying GG's to both runners. And that is actually a live race. Twisted Duck and J.A. Salmon will be in that tournament. Comfy, I'm going to do ! volunteer, and you can learn how to volunteer by clicking that link, joining our Discord, and talking to Sarah, and maybe you too can be a commentator in the GSA. We definitely need the help. Considering I commentate like 10 races a week, so I'm sure Sarah would like to give me a little bit of a break. As we are joined by Dacid. Dacid, tough luck today, but still pretty solid run.
Hello. GG's to AzHarcos first of all. I didn't play very well this time either. It was pretty similar to the other run, but at least I didn't die to wooded this time.
I mean, you definitely had a lead up until Metro. I mean, it was.
Yeah, we have to talk about that people room.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, I row canceled to the right because I don't know why. I think I messed up the first one and got stuck in the people, and I wanted to like row cancel again, and then I just went too far left or something. and somehow entered the pipe. I don't think that's ever happened to like anyone.
I saw it. I saw somebody said that it happened to them once. I certainly haven't
Really?
seen it in a race.
Yeah. How far ahead was I? Because I wasn't like watching at all until after
Really?
mech. I think.
Like 10 seconds maybe.
Okay.
It was
You
pretty
were
close.
ahead by about 12 seconds, heading into Metro, and then Harcos actually gained a little bit of time on you and took a very slight lead out of Night Metro. But Harcos messed something up. I don't remember what, but it was still only about a 1.5 lead after all that.
Okay.
It was really close, and then Bowser's happened the mech. And
Yeah.
it was a really close race up to Bowser, so that was really cool.
That's so stupid. That Bowser's. I don't even know what happened. Like, I messed up both bunnies fights. I messed up mech climb.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it was actually crazy to see because us also had had trouble with Harriet, I think. So we were both messing up at the same time.
Yeah.
As funny fights. And yeah. But yeah, we've talked about your next race, and even though you lost the first two, you still have like good chances to make it to the next round. Where if you win again.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, how do they decide who gets through? Because if I win against Bugfish,
It's a tiebreaker race.
So
if Jambo ends up going 3-0, the rest of you go 1-2. You three would do a tiebreaker race, and whoever wins that tiebreaker race would be the second person out of your group.
Oh, okay. I thought
I
it
just
was
found
like,
that out earlier today, actually.
Okay, I thought it was like something to do with overall times or something.
No,
But that's good. So I'm not out yet.
no, definitely
No, you're
not.
still very much in this. You will need a little bit of help because you'll need Jambo to beat Harcos. And obviously you'll need to hold up your end of it. Actually, you'll need Jambo to win out because if Bugfish beats Jambo, then he'd have 2 wins. And that'd get real messy real quick.
Exactly.
Okay, well then. I mean, I'm assuming Jambo's gonna win the next 2 races. I mean, second seed in the tourney. I mean, he didn't.
He is very good.
He got a. What did he get? He got like a 101, a low 101 against me. What did
101, no X.
What did Bugfish get in his first race?
I can find out for you real quick. He got a 101.41.
Okay, so that's not even that much of a difference. So like, let's hope Jambo wins both of his races. I mean, that would be the best for me. The only chance for me to get through, I guess. Let's see.
Yep, still an avenue for you to get through to the knockout round. So we wish you the best of luck in your upcoming race against Bugfish.
Thank you.
And we'll see how this division plays out.
Yep.
All right, everybody, make sure you stick around for the 6 o'clock race. That'll be in about 15 minutes. So definitely go support these 2 runners who just had an excellent race. And of course, thanks again to our friends at the Urban Arts Partnership for supplying the prize pool and just generally being awesome. Lupus, thanks for coming with me. You definitely provided a lot of very interesting insights.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, well, take care, and we will see you at 6 o'clock for continued coverage of the 80% Open.